I want you to, if you can, reflect the fact that you're able to handle this at such a young age. Do you ever have a chance to sit in your quiet moments, maybe in the hotel room, on the road, something, in a workout with your headphones on, and just reflect on like what you've been able to accomplish and how fast you've been able to accomplish it?
Yeah, probably at times. I think in terms of the day-to-day, that's a great thing about being on the road. For example, like just being able to get back to the hotel room and, just completely unwind. When we're at home in Pittsburgh, it's, great to be able to go home and just kind of find those times throughout the day. I think big picture, the off season is kind of the time for that for me. All-Star break, I guess, but I think All-Star break is more so just to unwind rather than, rewind, if that makes sense.
Take me back, young Paul Skenes. Like, I feel like we were talking off camera, and you were saying you were a late bloomer. You think that's helped you in this progression?
Yeah, it's
right?
funny because I was talking, Scoob and I had.
He's similar.
Yeah,
right?
he was saying something like, I sucked when I was 16, but I'm really good when I'm 26. He's like, you don't have to be good when you're 11.
It's perfect timing.
Because, it's funny. Like, I remember how I was when I remember a 13U game where I showed up and I was hitting 13th. And I'm not even pitching at the time either. So, that was kind of a punch in the gut a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that I ever thought that I was going to, play baseball in the big leagues.
I think if you polled a lot of people, like the academies is not something that kind of jumps off the page. But you decided to go to Air Force. Like, take me through, like, why was that important to you, or why did you choose to go there?
I have two uncles who went to the Naval Academy. I have, a great uncle who served in the Air Force. My other uncle on my mom's side is in the Coast Guard. So a lot of just growing up around them, I saw what the military does to you in terms of, professionalism and being a good person and being part of something greater than yourself, being around these unbelievable individuals and just getting a feel for it. And I was hooked. So ended up being, about a year later, I committed there. I had two offers. It was Air Force and Navy, and I was just trying to decide between the two.
And you wanted to fly fighter jets.
I did, and then I kept
you watch
growing.
Top Gun?
Yeah, it's the greatest recruiting ad in military history. Yeah.
What was kind of the driving force behind, and how hard was it to leave?
Yeah, so I didn't want to leave.
You think you could have went 1-1 if you stayed?
No, I don't.
Really?
I had a good freshman year, but I was like closing. I was playing the game purely for fun. It basically came to like, I don't want to do this, but I have to. And I remember the conversation where I just said like, hey man, like,
what are we doing?
What do you think I should do? And he said, the way I see it, you got two options. You're either going to get drafted, you're going to stay at Air Force, you're going to get drafted, you're going to walk across the stage in your flight suit, and every time you pitch, it's going to be a recruiting ad for the Air Force. Or you're going to transfer somewhere else and you're going to go 1-1.
When did it go from like good player to like, all right, I'm tip of the spear here. Like I'm the guy.
It was at some point, when we got into SEC play that it was like, all right, I don't know, this is a little different. Get to the College World Series and
you're throwing 100 miles an hour like you're throwing 85.
Yeah.
It looks like you're throwing a side. And you're complete domination. It had to feel good.
It felt good, yeah. I was turning around and looking at the gun a lot.
When it's your start day, we're talking about it. Everyone knows it. It's, city shuts down. They want to see you. You feel like there's pressure?
Maybe a little bit, but I think kind of what we were talking about earlier, like as I've figured this out more, as I've done it longer, because that was a great thing about LSU too, is it's kind of the same thing on a much smaller, because it's a bubble. You feel kind of the same thing in Baton Rouge, even if the rest of the country isn't feeling it. Like now it's a little bit more like everybody kind of feels it, I guess. Dominating, I guess, is you execute your pitch,
I mean,
and
you've got
once
a
it leaves your
sub-2
hand,
every time you
And
you're pretty much dominating.
Yeah, I mean that's yeah. And stuff gives you, room for error too. So, but once the ball leaves your hand, it's out of your control. Just execute every pitch.
Yeah, it has to be a whirlwind though. Did you expect last year to start the All-Star game?
No,
As it was going down the tracks, did you think you were going to be the guy?
I didn't expect to make the All-Star game. I had a suit ready in case I did, but I didn't expect to make it, much less start it. And I didn't really have any expectations last year. I don't know that I have expectations this year either. It's just show up and do your thing every day.
I know you maybe can't think like that, but like last year, like leading into the All-Star game, like you had to start it for the good of the game. Like I felt like you were the guy that you are. I don't want to say you're an entertainer, like you're a matinee idol. Every 5 days, people want to know what Paul Skenes has got on the bump. I managed Team USA in 2023. So when I was sitting there when I was named manager again this year, I said, perfect world, who do I want to hand the ball to if we were in the championship game against Japan or Puerto Rico? It doesn't matter who it is. And with your military background and as talented as you are, it was a perfect choice. I mean, obviously it was Judge and call Paul Skenes. And when I called you, can you tell people you screened my call when I called you?
No, I just didn't see it. I know you've been saying that, but I just didn't see it. And then I checked my phone a minute later, and I'm so.
And then
I know it looks like I screened your call, but I just called you back right after.
He called me back right after, and I had this pitch I was gonna make to you, and why you made sense, and why you needed to do this, and you didn't even hesitate, and you just said, "I'm in."
Yeah, it felt like I was.
I was like, bleh, like what?
Yeah.
Why so important to you? And thank God it's so important to you.
Yeah, I mean, I remember watching the WBC in 2017. The catch Adam Jones made, winning the whole thing, obviously, and that was for me. I was like, as a baseball fan, like I remember thinking, like, if I ever get the opportunity to do this, I'm 1,000% doing it. No questions asked. Like, I've already thought about it, so it's not like I'm not thinking about it. But it was like the answer is yes. Like, there's no higher stage than the World Baseball Classic. So just representing America, playing with our nation's best on that stage is, like I said, it's a no-brainer.
I can't thank you enough. I mean, God, better person off it than player on it, and you're the best at what you do. So continued success, and I can't wait to hand you the ball. And if I come get it from you, don't get mad at me.
No.
All right?
Hey, I always tell the manager, hey, it's your decision. I'll let you know what I think, but
yeah,
you're the manager.
All right.